Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to No Man's Land on FS22. So, 'tis March 1, beginning of March. 'Tis prime planting and sowing season. And we have this, the WSVS. If you've not seen this, and you've got big fields, you've got to use it. It's so good. I've been wanting to try it just to try it, but actually it's so good. It's a peculiar thing. You're not really supposed to drive it too far, and it's straight formation. It doesn't corner particularly well, but as you can see, the trailer that comes with it to carry the attachments around is currently missing a truck because it's busy. So, but not to worry. So it is, as I said, March 1. We are planting. It's a little bit towards the end of the day. I've had a bit of a busy day doing oddments, which perhaps we'll talk about at some point. In the meantime, let's crack on. I'm just going to get this started. I've been doing quite a bit of sort of production maintenance, if you like, in terms of, you know, making sure that we've got products and stuff that are required for various productions. We've got a few more of those to do, so I just thought let's get this done. It's quite late in the day. This video may end up spanning 2 days. Let's see how we do in terms of light as much as anything else. I just thought it was worth you know, another update on where we are. It is March 1. I expect this will be the last year that I at least have this on video. I'm not saying I shall stop playing it, but from putting it out there and making progress towards the goal will complete this year, no question. We'll perhaps look at that at some point. This is going to be a bit tricky. Yeah, it's it probably isn't necessarily essential for all of my fields to use this. I did use it in February to put cotton in. It was a little bit fiddly because they're quite small fields. You don't want massive fields of cotton. That's just going to be really annoying when it comes to harvest time. But I've been wanting to try it, and you know what? We have got some fairly chunky fields, so it's not entirely pointless. So fine. You know, what the hell? What the he? Money's still, I'd say, going down, but the loan is still going down. Money is still going up. It just disappears quite quickly. I've left some in at the moment. It is March. I need to expand my grapevines and my olive groves. That's what they are, olive groves. So that's going to need quite a bit of cash. So I've let it build up a little bit during today. I mean, I usually do anyway. I usually just sort of clear it down in the morning and clear it down in the evening when I remember, to try and obviously reduce the old loan fees. We are now at, where are we at? 1,170,000. That sounds like a lot, but I reset that to 50 grand. I keep a float of 50 grand. I reset that to 50 grand this morning. I don't think I've had any major expenses during the day. I could be wrong. But you know, that's 90 grand since 8 o'clock this morning. I've got a few more productions I need to get going, which, yeah, will, mind you, one of those won't actually create us any money, but yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So we're doing okay. We will finish. I expect, though I might buy some pieces of equipment, but we will finish. We will hit our target of paying off our loan probably before harvest time. I will probably still play through to harvest time, if only because, yeah. So this is another thing to talk about. You may recall, you may not. Depends how long you've been watching and whether you remember. That I don't have access to the is it platinum or premium, the root crops anyway, carrots, parsnips and red beets, on this map, because it appears I have too many products, too many crops, too many products, too many productions, etc. So there's just too many items, and it won't let me have all of them. and unfortunately that has impact. It means that at the moment they're not even visible on the crop calendar. I've got the equipment, but it doesn't say what the equipment's for. So I have done a test actually, and as I suspected, if I remove, I think it's the Plantly mod, which is the tofu factory, and which I did mention might be the solution, but the tofu factory, and also the hang on, how are we going to do this? Carefully. That's how we're going to do it. Actually, you know what, we need to be about there. Yeah, the tofu factory, and actually also we've got the skier oat milk, whatever it's called, one as well placed. So both of those will go if we remove that mod, which has those two factories in it. That gives us enough products then that not only do I get the premium stroke platinum, can't remember, platinum probably, right? I can't remember which came first. No, I think it might be premium. Anyway, whatever. The crops, the root crops. But I actually also get access to all of the other crops that are actually in one of my productions, because at the moment, all the crops products that are in one of my productions, because at the moment I don't have enough space for all of them to exist. And so that might be quite fun. I am the nod about getting rid of that, because that has a lot of items in it, but aesthetically it will still stay there. And actually what I want to do anyway is by removing the tofu factory, I'll actually have a space to put the soup factory or the canning factory or whatever, right? And so, you know, I actually need to make the space for it, so they're logical spaces. I need to check actually whether those work, like in the spaces that I have available. That's something to do at some point. But yeah, all of that means, sorry, that was a very long-winded way of saying, actually I'd quite like to still be playing post-harvest, so that I can go and, you know, put some stuff in some of these productions and maybe even start to see the products come out. Who knows, we'll see. As I've always said, I do want to leave the map as a going concern. I might still play on it. You know, it's not finished yet, but it's close. It's so close. So we shall see. This is the bigger of the fields that I immediately want to put sunflowers in, so it might make sense that we leave a worker to do some of this, and maybe we shall return. We'll go and do a couple of other little jobs in the meantime to run about, and we can have a little chat about some other stuff too. That may end up leaving a gap, or we might just get away with it. Let's see. Okay, so here's one of those wee little jobs. We've got some potatoes to go up to the, I forget what it's called, the old grain mill or whatever, the windmill mill, the one that makes my pig food for me. This is going to be a bit of a slow journey actually. It really struggles to get up these hills with a full trailer load, despite this being my most powerful tractor. But there you go. But yeah, so this is, I've already given it something else that it was short of, and I forget what exactly. Wheat, might have been wheat actually. So yeah, so we're going to give it some potatoes as well. This is the factory I was talking about. This one, I think it's an Omatana one, which I did and R about, you know, removing. Simply, as I said, it was actually, if anything, it's the easiest way to do it, because if I remove this, I've just removed this. And I think that's the only thing from that mod pack that I'm actually using. The problem with the Plantly one is I also had to, when I got that, I had to replace my supermarket, which means I'll need to replace it again. That'll be fun. But there you go. So yeah, it is what it is. But actually, I also thought, well, actually, Omatana either has already or will certainly be bringing that exact mod out to 25, and I could just use it there. But I thought, no, for the reasons I just said about placing the factory, actually it makes sense. Jeep's up here, it's got some sheep milk in it. I thought I'd leave it and get some more, and then we can take that and get some sheep's cheese going. Oh no, wrong one. There we go. This will likely be too much for this. But it's fine. Let's see how we do. But I don't want to leave it too long before I take that Jeep and empty it, because then we'll need to get some pig food in. Let's see how we're doing. So, while it's doing that, brief update. Fields are broadly done. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to put anything in here. I've left that grass for now. Same with this patch here. These two are completely ploughed out and limed, ready. So I'm actually going to put crops in those this year, just because it'd be quite fun to use them. At least one or two of these will stay as grass. This one is part ploughed, as you can see, the tractor's there. So I may use that one. Hopefully I'll get that done in time that we can put some crops in it. These three, so these two expanded ones that we did in the last episode, along with this one, now have cotton in, and I put cotton in this one. I don't want to put cotton in this one because it's a relatively big field. I don't need that much. Obviously, not obviously at all. We've got wheat in these three. This one, we've got barley in these four, and we've got canola in these three down here. Plan today, or today over this, March. Sunflower in this one. I think I decided that one, and then sugar beet in this one, and this one. Doing these three fields with that massive planter is a bit daft, but hey, it is what it is. So that's what probably we're going to do, and then I'll have to try and figure out what other crops I'm going to put where. Root crops I'll leave, like these 2 or 3 fields, or this field and this field, or whatever. I'll put just a couple of small fields of potatoes, maybe this one and this one, though I think I might have had potato in that one last time, or this one and this one. But anyway, some of these fields I'll put some potatoes in, just to keep us going on the old potatoes. I may yet plough this out. This is our what's it called, poplar field, which I don't remember harvesting, so I don't know if I missed it, but it's currently in its first growth stage. Or it shows harvested, but that doesn't make sense, so I don't know what's going on with that. But look, the work has stopped anyway, so that's fine. Sorry, I was witching away. But yeah, I've been trying to get a few productions going, try and keep the old income coming in. We should talk about money a little bit. We are doing pig food. There we go. Got some in storage? No. Excellent. Okay, so we should be alright for a little bit. It doesn't take long. Doesn't have much storage capacity, this mill, so it won't take long for it to... Actually, I don't want to move that. I'm tempted to leave that here. Much is left. Yeah, it's taken... Mind you, it wasn't full. It's taken quite a chunk of it, though. Actually, was it full? I can't remember. Maybe it was. Right. Anyway, that's one. Oh, I thought I'd switch these off. Did I not? Oh, well, let's switch those off. Right, next one. Well, workers seemed to think it was finished, so I thought, you know what, we'll come back. We'll do this tiny little plot. And this is the thing with this: you kind of want pretty straightforward, easygoing square field. It's pretty mobile. It doesn't quite turn on its own axis, but to be fair, it's not far off. It does a sort of figure 8, like that. But it's not so bad. Right. Yeah, I've started a bit late in the day. As I said, I've spent the day, I finished edging all of the new fields that needed stones removing to get that done, so I could bring the tractor back, and took down any trees. I chipped any trees that were also sort of in the way or on paths and things like that down there, so that's all done, so I could bring the McCormick back. It needed servicing desperately, and I thought, well, I better have a reasonable sized tractor, not just the big green one, which is a bit daft, for what I need. Oh, because I need to start rolling the fields, right? As soon as they're planted and seeded, they need to be rolled. We need to keep up with that. From here on in, are we better off? Yeah, possibly. Let's turn this the other way. So yeah, I was going to say, oh yeah, so I did that. I've done a lot of deliveries to a lot of production facilities, just to, slightly stupidly, I'm just going to do this, to keep them going. So money, let's talk about money a little bit. So, we've got 155,000. The reason we've got 155,000 and I've not cleared it is actually because generally I tend not to do that during the day. But equally, we need to put in some grapevines and on olive groves. We need to expand our grape and olive groves. No, not grape groves. Vineyard. We need to expand our vineyard and our olive grove. So I've kept some money for that, because that will be an expensive thing to do. You can see our new fields over there. That's quite cool. All lined. That's actually really good. Can't believe you can see over there that far. But yeah, so I've left the money in, but we are now at 1,170,000. So from a goal perspective, we're actually doing quite well. So as I say, you know, we should be hitting goal well before harvest time. But as I said, I may continue a little bit longer. That said, I am starting to get a bit itchy to get onto 25 now. I was a bit, because I'd got, you know, stuff left to do on here, and honestly I was a little bit underruled with it to start with. I wasn't sure what to do with it from a video perspective, and I was having problems getting a reasonable resolution, but I put a test video out. General feedback was it's okay. So yeah, so I might start, but actually I've had an idea. I know what I want to do. So yeah, so watch the space. But equally, as I mentioned in my Euro truck video, if you watch that, which presumably will go out before this, because I'm recording them back to back pretty much next day anyway, that'll probably go out already. Yeah, as I mentioned in my Euro truck, I kind of want to finish this first. This is my now, you know, I sort of set myself a target that I've got so many games that I've started and not quite finished, and usually just to play myself, and I've decided that I must not keep jumping from game to game. I must finish a game before I then move on to the next one, and certainly a new one, right? So actually for a while that was Red Dead Redemption, but I've stopped playing that recently because I've really got back into this. I'm actually really enjoying playing this, and because we're now past January, past February, I'm starting to sort of, I can feel the end in sight a little bit. I won't lie, I'm enjoying it, but I have been playing this map for so long. You know, this has basically been FS22 for me. I did a little bit on Silver Run. I've done other little odd bits here and there, but in terms of really getting a map and getting it done, running it to a goal, this is it. So I've got to say, I do just sort of want to finish it, but at the same time I am enjoying it, so it's fine. But I do want to get onto FS25. So yeah, so watch the space. But right now, this is my target game, right? So apart from this, obviously I had the Cruising Greece, I had the Winterland events on the trucking. This is it right now. But I will still put the odd truck, the odd trucking one, the odd train one out. I haven't played Train Sim well since Christmas, because of the Cruising Greece event and getting through this. But I've made some good progress on this in the last few weeks. I'm actually really enjoying it as well. It's interesting. I'm just wittering now, sorry, but it's interesting. Now I'm back at work. I've actually got a lot more into farming. I think I just find it more relaxing. I think it's still just you know, if I've got an hour in an evening after work, or half an hour, whatever, actually it's quite nice. Plus I like the fact that I'm sort of then obviously not thinking about it while I'm working, but perhaps when I'm going to bed at night, or when I wake up in the morning, or if I can't sleep at night, then I can sort of be thinking, okay, so what am I going to do next? What's the next thing that needs to be done? And you sort of plan it out, you know, which again is relaxing, right? So it's yeah, I've definitely got back more into it, which is a good thing, because it needs finishing. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit dull. I did sort of feel, well, recording a bit starting so late in the day is not ideal. It's not ideal. I promise we won't do too much of anything in the dark. Actually, can we get a good shot of this? That's not too bad, is it? I'll try and get a few of those and see what we can use for the thumbnail. Right, so that is field 1. Where is the next field that I was going to do? In sunflower. Oh, so one of them, oh, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? So one of them was one I had sunflowers in last time. Yeah, okay. You know what, we're here. Rather than me going, let's do the next sunflower field, let's do the first sugar beet field. right? I mean, you know, get some lights on the matter. Yeah, I wondered about moving on, you know, sort of do some of it today, some of it tomorrow. That means me finishing off today, off camera, and then coming back to record, and I doubt I will have that kind of time today. Why can I? Oh, because it's on. Why can't I change seed type? That's why. There we go. Sugar beet. So yeah, maybe we'll just do these couple of fields, and then we'll. I've got one more delivery for productions to do, and I could get a worker started on the rolling as well. Actually, how's this look? We're just riding above the top of the hedge. That's really funny. Really funny. And then I was thinking I might do the vineyard and the olives today, but it's already started. I suppose maybe it's going to be a bit of a long video if I do that as well, but it'd be quite nice to do that. So get that finished, because that's something I've been planning for yonks. And of course it's, you know, last hurrah kind of thing. It needs to be done. This is a cool piece of kit. Like I say, it's totally unnecessary, certainly for this field. 100% crazy. But you know what? It's good fun, isn't it? So if I get past this first tricky bit, then maybe we'll leave a worker to it. I've taken that awkward tree out over there that was always confusing workers. I did, right? Am I dreaming? I certainly can't see it, so I must have taken it out. Yeah, so this little field on the left here, definitely going to leave that for the sort of carrots and parsnips and sugar beet type thing. I will do that using the proper equipment. I may go a bit nuts and rent the really expensive harvester, but I'm not going to like use modded stuff to make it really, just to make it easier or anything like that. So we will do it with the proper equipment on here. I can't guarantee I'll do the same when I'm in 25, but you know, we should try that. I have tried some of it before, because I did play the map that came out with it, whatever it's called, and I did a few contracts doing the old root crops, but oh my goodness me, so time consuming, and I may not have that kind of time, so we might just have to get the most expensive, but we'll see. Right, it's 6 o'clock. I'm kind of worried how quickly it's going to get dark. I mean, at least it's March, it's not as bad as it has been. Oh, sorry. So let's get this going. Plus I could just turn the time down a little bit. I don't like to mess with time. I kind of have my sort of rule of this is the time that we are doing. That he's just going to go off at a weird angle, isn't it? Oh no, he's following it. Perfect. That's actually quite good. I like that. Nice. Okay, fair enough. I've clearly been doing this field wrong the entire time that I've been, you know, since I made it. Anyway, good. Next. Okay, McCormack with ruler. It's good to keep up with this, otherwise what happens then usually happens with the first fields that I sow in the autumn is that I forget that I have to roll them almost immediately. I just need to keep, you know, as I sow a field, we roll a field, otherwise I'll stay up to get behind and I'll start stressing about it, and it'll just be a mad chaotic, you know, late evening on March 3 when I have to finish them all off before they all sort of go into their first growth stage. You know, don't need those anymore. I'm not planning on watching this guy for too long. I think we should go do the vineyards, unless it turns out it's already too dark. We've also got a delivery of something, might be soybeans, I think, to go to the diesel plant. So I need to do that too, because apart from anything else, then I've got my truck free again, and we'll be able to use to move the plantery seedery thing for the WSVS in the appropriate and correct manner, which, you know, one always should do things in, as far as possible, the appropriate and correct manner. Okay, nice turn, very good. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit dark. We might have to call it quits soon. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I say, I did and R about whether I just split it over 2 days, but I've been wittering so much, it's almost not worth it. Well, it definitely isn't worth it. Far too much wittering. Okay, so Why not? We can watch this dude for a minute. Right, let's go and have a look. How's he doing? He's near finished. Awesome. And a cracking job he's done too. Yeah, like I said, there'll be basically about 3 days at some point I shall have to spend just okay, this could be quite tricky. Yeah, I'll basically have to spend 3 days at some point just yeah, okay, I can't do this in the dark, can I? No chance. Maybe. Maybe. Actually, that's better. Because although they don't have growth on them yet, it puts the growth on while you're putting it out. So actually that's quite cool. So it's slightly easier to see. I'm not going to go... Actually, no, this one I could probably take all the way up. Oh, sorry, I didn't press the stop button. Press the stop button. Stop! Oh, hello. Why won't it stop? Someone tell it to stop. Stop. Yeah, that money's not going to last really long, is it? Wowzers. Probably best if I start them all from the bottom. This is getting too dark, isn't it? Yeah, sad times. Sad times. Sorry about that. My bad. Well, we could just do that little delivery. And I'm sort of going off the screen, but it's fine. Probably don't want to go... I mean, you know, for now, let's just do it up to about here. Lovely jubbly. You can see the plan, though. I'll basically just sort of take it around in a sort of curve down the shape and then bring it down the edge of here. That'll basically be it. And same at this end, we'll just curve it around to the edge of the track. So that's the plan there. And then same, actually, does look cool all lit up. Same this side. Need to put some more olives in to do this side, but I might put a few more on this side as well. I've got all this space, and I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to put a field in that bit yet, but we shall see. So there you go. That was that. That was a bit of an aside. Right, just give me a sec. Okay, soybeans to the diesel factory. Actually, I've got the lime spreader down there as well. So I leased, I forget what it's called. I really wanted a really decent, not in terms of spread width, but also in terms of volume capacity. And I, at great expense, leased, and it's also still leased. So this is the slight problem, of course, at this time of year, is that actually lease costs start to become a bit of an issue, because there's a lot of pieces of equipment that I need that are on lease, and they will, go from one day to the next kind of thing. So that's a bit of a snag. Looks nice, but I need to stay in cab so I can see where I'm going. It's a bit like Euro Truck. Okay. Whoa. Oh no, there's the turn. Oh, sorry, wrong game. There's the turn. Excellent. That was confusing. I just pressed the left D-pad button as you do in Euro Truck when you want to use your indicators, and of course in this game you have to press the R1 button at the same time. Oh, that's right. Thought we've got some productions going. Nope, all good. But we have lots of productions going on. See, I mean, today I bought some sugar beet down to the sugar factory. I also put some sugar beet in the sugar beet plant thing to chop it. So I'll end up with some sugar beet cut. There's my lime spreader thing. It's quite cool. What is it? Don't remember. Oh, it's a case. Well, that's it. It's the Case Titan. It's very cool. I seem to remember that I tried the three-wheeler before and was really annoyed with it because it was really unstable. I think I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't this one. I definitely had a three-wheeler at some point that was just awful. But as a four-wheeler, it's blooming brilliant. Maybe I haven't tried the three-wheeler, that one. Maybe it was a different one. But yeah, it's cool. It's really good. So this needs to go to the diesel plant, which is in here. So again, sorry, it's a bit dark. Could do with putting some lighting along here actually, because it is the sort of industrial area. you know, one should have lights, especially in the biogas plant as well. So actually maybe that's the thing to do. Apart from the else, if I did that, I'd actually be able to see where the road was, which would be quite helpful. Oh, hang on. What's going on? Is this... I'm in the wrong... I'm in the wrong place. Oh, grief. Sorry. No. This is metal place. This is malting place. Diesel production is next door. Stupid. There we go. It's because it's dark. That's what I'll blame it on. And there we go. I'll need to keep a bit of an eye on this, because I'm going to put it selling, but I actually I do want to keep a little bit as well, just to make sure we've got enough to refill our tank in the yard at some point, get us through to the end of the year, sort of thing. But that'd be fine. That is the last of the soybeans. I've now no more soybeans until next harvest, which is why I need to be a little bit cautious about it. But anyway, while we're here, right. Well, there you go, folks. Just a little revisit. Keep you up to date with what is going on, with what is happening. I've got the barrel factory going because I switched the metal to distributing at some point. So now there's metal at the barrel factory. I put some wood chips in the heating plant. We've got the hot plant going, which I hadn't done before, and I thought, crikey, I better get that on. So that's now going. Currently just hops rather than pellets, but that's fine. Compost is fine. This ran out actually, so I could have a look and see if I've got some grain left that I could put in here. Actually, that's one thing I haven't looked at. Sawmill's out of wood, lime production's out of water, but it gradually will fill back up again. I need to put some more silage in here. This has now started getting sugar beet cut because I put the sugar beet cutter to distributing, so actually that is now in there as well. We could put some slurry manure in here as well, I suppose. These are all running, that's all fine. I think that's about it, really. Oh, like I say, I did put some goodness me, I put some oats in the in this thing, so we're now making oat milk. Oh, and I was going to put some soybeans in so that we could do soy milk and soy cuisine. I was going to split it. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Sad times. Tofu is still churning. So I'm just going to leave that running for another month, basically, and this one as well. Hopefully it'll get through those oats. It may not do, but they're really, really low cycles, these. But it's fine. It is what it is. We'll make a bit of use out of it while it's here. Everything else is running fine. That's about it. Right. Well, I'll get the truck back up to the yard. Go see where is the truck? Hang on. What's going on this way? Yeah, I'll get the truck back up to the yard and see what the workers are doing. Well, it's already dark, so that might be that. I'll keep going. I don't know when I'll next manage to record, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscriptions are very much appreciated. And it's too dark. I'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you then. Bye for now.